For years, everyone in the town admired the garden behind the tall white wall. People couldn't see inside, but every spring, colorful flowers climbed over the top, and their fragrance filled the streets. No one knew how the garden looked, only that it had to be beautiful. Curiosity grew stronger every year. Many imagined rare flowers, sparkling fountains, and perfect pathways. One day, a young man named Elias inherited the small house next to that mysterious garden. His own backyard was a disaster. The grass was dry. The soil was cracked. Weeds covered every corner. Instead of cleaning it, Elias spent every day trying to peek over the wall. He climbed ladders. He stood on boxes. He even rented a drone once. Every evening he compared his neglected yard with the little he could see of the neighbors' colorful flowers. The comparison made him miserable. My garden will never look like that. It's unfair. They must have more money. They're probably just lucky. Weeks turned into months. His garden grew worse. The weeds grew taller. The flowers he had planted died from neglect. Not because they lacked sunlight, but because they lacked attention. One cool autumn morning, the owner of the mysterious garden quietly knocked on his door. She was an elderly woman with rough hands stained by soil. Without saying much, she handed Elias a small envelope. Inside was a single sentence. The grass dies where the eyes wander. Elias frowned. What does that even mean? The old woman smiled. Come tomorrow morning. At sunrise, she opened the gate to her famous garden for the first time. Elias stepped inside. He froze. It wasn't magical. It wasn't perfect. There were broken flower pots, wilted plants, crooked paths, half-finished fences. Some flowers had already died. The place looked ordinary. He looked confused. But everyone thinks your garden is perfect. The woman laughed softly. They only see the flowers that grow above the wall. She handed him a pair of gardening gloves. For the next hour, don't look at my garden. Look only at yours. Reluctantly, Elias returned home. He pulled one weed, then another. He watered the dry soil. He planted a single flower. The work was slow. At times, he caught himself glancing over the wall again. Each time, he remembered the note. The grass dies where the eyes wander. So he turned back to his own garden. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. His yard slowly changed. Not because he found better seeds. Not because he discovered a secret fertilizer. It changed because his attention changed. He stopped counting other people's flowers. He started growing his own. Years later, visitors passing through town stopped to admire two beautiful gardens instead of one. One afternoon, a traveler asked Elias, "What's the secret to having such a beautiful garden?" Elias smiled and looked at the wall between the two homes. For years, I believed my biggest problem was that someone else's garden was better. It wasn't. My biggest problem was that I spent more time watching their flowers than watering mine. That evening, he carved a simple message onto a wooden sign and placed it at the entrance to his garden. Comparison is a thief with empty hands. It steals nothing from your neighbor. It steals everything from you. People stopped to read it. Some smiled. Some walked away quietly. Because deep down, they knew exactly what it meant. Life lesson. Every minute you spend comparing yourself to someone else is a minute taken away from building your own life. Other people may inspire you, but they should never become your measuring stick. Your growth begins the moment your attention returns to your own goals, your own habits, and your own journey. Remember, the strongest trees don't grow by watching the forest. They grow by strengthening their own roots.